I'm responsible of the final decision. They're excited for the new job. British English is different to American English. These sentences sound almost right, but every single one has a preposition mistake. And here's the problem. When you choose the wrong preposition after an adjective, your English instantly sounds much lower level than it really is. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you 16 prepositions that come after common adjectives, the exact ones that most intermediate learners get wrong. And if you get these right, you'll sound natural, accurate, and confident. Oh, and I'm also going to show you one simple grammar structure that will help you avoid one of the most common grammar mistakes that learners make with this bit of grammar. Before we start, there are just two very important things to know. First, don't learn adjectives and prepositions as two single words. Learn them together and preferably learn them in full sentences. So don't just learn good and then think, which preposition do I use here? No, learn I'm good at golf, I'm good at music, I'm good at explaining grammar, whatever. But when you learn them in a sentence, you stop guessing and they start to sound normal in your head. Now, here's the one grammar structure that will help you avoid a huge mistake that really many students make. Almost all these adjective plus preposition combinations you're about to learn are followed by a noun or a verb in the gerund, okay, the ing form of a verb. You'll see this during the lesson today. For example, I'm interested in history. Okay, history, it's a noun. I'm interested in learning English. Learning is a gerund. And if you remember that rule, you'll avoid, seriously, one of the most common grammar mistakes that learners make. And if you're at an intermediate, upper intermediate level and you want to really make progress towards an advanced level of English, this is the type of mistake you need to avoid. And this is the type of channel you need to subscribe to, because that's what I help you do here. I help you reach an advanced level of English grammar, and I publish a new video every Friday to help you do that. So if you haven't already, subscribe. And I've also prepared something really cool for you, because in this lesson, I'm going to give you 16 adjective plus preposition combinations, but also in that free PDF that I've made for you today, I'm going to give you 16 more. So you'll get extra examples in each case, you'll get a test at the end to make sure that you have understood everything perfectly, and yes, 16 bonus adjective and prepositions, so 32 in total, which are really going to help you move towards the advanced level of English. So yeah, so if you want double the value of this video, then click up there. You can also scan the QR code, and there's a link in the description and pinned comment for you to download the free PDF. Okay, let's have a look then at the first preposition, which is good. It's a simple adjective, but intermediate and upper intermediate learners often choose the wrong preposition. You are good at something. Okay, you're good at English. You're good at running, learning. He's good at golf. She's good at explaining maths. The opposite is bad, and again, we use at. So, I'm bad at golf, or he's bad at remembering names. The next one is interested, and please focus on the pronunciation. Stress the first syllable. Interested. Okay, 3 syllables. Interested. And this is followed by in. It should be easy to remember. Interested. In. We're interested in history. You're interested in learning English. In. Easy to remember. And afraid. You are afraid of something. They're afraid of spiders. And don't be afraid of making mistakes in English. Seriously, it shows that you're learning. So don't be afraid of making mistakes. There's an important difference here though, because we can say afraid to plus a verb. So afraid of plus a noun or gerund talks about a general fear, like, oh, I'm afraid of speaking English. That's what some people say to me sometimes. But if you are afraid to speak English, afraid to, with the infinitive, this expresses a fear that stops you acting. Okay, I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid to go on the roof of my house. Okay, so it's a fear that stops you from taking action. The next one, another common mistake here, responsible. It's responsible for. She's responsible for the final decision. She's responsible for managing the team. Now, two important points here. We say responsible for, not responsible of. Responsible is an adjective in English, not a noun. And I often hear students saying things like this. She is the responsible of the marketing department. No. You can't be the responsible. If you want to say that, if you find yourself wanting to say that, the best option is normally she is in charge of. She's in charge of the marketing department, or she's responsible for, and then an activity. Okay, she's responsible for managing the team, or the marketing team. Okay, if this is a lot to learn, remember, you do have the full summary in that PDF, plus the bonus 16 and the test. The next one is famous. If something is famous for something, then we're explaining why something is known. Like London. London is famous for its history. London is famous for attracting tourists. London is famous for Big Ben. Okay, so the reason something is famous, why is he famous? Oh, he's famous for his appearance in the James Bond movie. All right, the next one is proud. And you are proud of something. So I'm proud of my progress. I'm proud of reaching an advanced level of English. These are all examples that you can say. I hope you do say. Number 8 is satisfied, and you are satisfied with something. We use this when we're talking about a result or a quality. I'm satisfied with the result. I'm satisfied with my score on the test. I'm satisfied with how things are going. Okay, with how things are going. So this one is not usually followed directly by a gerund, and instead we use a noun like the result. I'm satisfied with the result, or a clause, part of a sentence, like a little sentence, like with how things are going. Okay, from this point, things are going to get more advanced. So if you're still here, you're still with me, congratulations. Let's take an extra step towards an advanced level of English. Number 9, capable. Okay, and you're capable of doing something. Again, noun or gerund. She's capable of the job. She's capable of working independently. We normally use this with a gerund. She's capable of doing this, doing that. The next one is accustomed to. And yeah, I often hear mistakes with this one, but accustomed to, it means almost like used to, which also uses to. I'm accustomed to the routine. I'm accustomed to working online. And just remember, to is a preposition here. It's not the infinitive. So that's why it's to working and not to work. Okay, to work is the infinitive. To working is just a preposition plus the gerund, which follows the rule that all these have followed so far. Preposition plus noun or gerund. Okay, and the next one, again, is a mistake I hear, well, every single week, I would say. It's this, dependent on. For example, success is dependent on consistency. Used for reliance, okay? So success relies on something. It depends on something. If this thing didn't exist, then the success wouldn't exist. Success is dependent on consistency. Progress is dependent on, what does it rely on? It depends on working regularly. Okay, really common mistake. Also, especially this as well. It depends of, no, it doesn't depend of the situation. It depends on the situation. It is dependent on the situation. Okay, both use on. And this next one is perfect for like work, exams. I'm concerned about the deadline. Okay, concerned about. I'm concerned about wasting time. I need to study. Okay, impressed is the next one. Impressed by. Okay, if you are showing a reaction to something and you're impressed, you are impressed by that thing. I was impressed by his accent. I was impressed by how clearly he explained it. So this is another one where we normally use a noun and not the ing gerund form, or we can use that little clause like by how well he explained something. Okay, if you want an easy way to avoid that though, just use the noun. I was impressed by his clear explanation. Number 14 is committed to. Okay, used for dedication to something. She is committed to the project. Committed to. Committed to. When you say it quickly, to is actually the easiest preposition to use. Committed to, because committed already ends in that t sound. Committed to, committed to. She's committed to the project. She's committed to improving her English. Okay, the next one is aware of. Aware of. We use this when you know something exists, or you understand the fact that something exists. For example, I wasn't aware of the problem. I didn't know that problem existed. I wasn't aware of making that mistake. Okay, I didn't realize, I didn't understand the fact that I was making that mistake. Aware of. This one is probably more common with nouns. I wasn't aware of the problem, I wasn't aware of the situation. A bit more common than using it with a gerund. The gerund is still okay, but not so common. Okay, what about this one? Prepared for. Okay, so are you ready for something? Are you prepared? Are you prepared for it? I'm prepared for the exam. I'm prepared for the test in your free PDF, Greg. I'm prepared for dealing with problems. Okay, I hope by now you've actually understood why you often see the gerund after a preposition, because it's quite a big common cause of confusion. But there's one more lesson that you really need to watch next, and that explains when to use the gerund and when to use the infinitive. So if you're stuck at an intermediate level and you want to reach an advanced level of English grammar, then subscribe to this channel and I'll see you in that video next. Bye for now.